How to stay focused when everything distracts you. Hi, my name is Dr. Meghana Dikshit. I'm the author of the book You Matter, Brain and Performance Expert, and Ayurvedic doctor. So welcome back to our channel where we discuss all about personal development, making sure that you are more and more productive and your performance increases. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and make sure that you turn on your notifications so that you can receive every single new video that we post on this channel. So let's begin to understand how to stay focused in the world that is filled with distraction. Let's first understand what are your distractions. Let me know in the chat box. Like for me, my biggest distraction would be cluttered environment. If my desk is not clean, it just makes me feel very, very unproductive. It just makes me feel that there is too much happening in my space. So what is your distraction? Let me know in the chat box. Is it the social media? Is it your phone notifications? Is it the cluttered desk? Is it your cluttered cupboard? Is it your own cluttered thoughts? What are some of your distractions that are causing you or not allowing you to focus properly and being productive? So let's begin with understanding what are your distractions, because the first thing that you need to understand before focusing is your mind cannot have a laser sharp focus. It's a myth. We always talk about having a laser sharp focus, but that is not possible. There are three parts of your brain, and there's one part of your brain which is your reptilian brain and which is your amygdala, which is always focused on the environment and outside world. The challenge that we face is that when we want to be focused, like almost every few seconds, like 3 to 5 seconds, our part of our brain is focusing on the outside environment and checking on an environment that it's all good. There is no threat. There is nothing to worry about. There is nothing that is following you or chasing you. And this part of your brain is developed millions of years back when the tigers and lions were freely, moving in the world and they were chasing you and you were the prey to these predators. Today also, that part of our brain is always looking at our environment. And there's a reason laser sharp focus is impossible. There will be a part of your brain which will always plug into the environment to check if everything is okay, everything is safe. So then focus is more like a spotlight. It is at one point it is here, the other point it is here, and things like that. And that's the reason it's very essential for you to understand what is causing you most distraction. Is it your phone? Is it your laptop? Is it the cluttered table? Do you not have a specific desk that is dedicated for your work? Or is it your own cluttered thoughts? What is it? Let me know in the chat box once you identify what distracts you the most. Like for me, as I said, the cluttered desk is the most distracting element in my focus. Now that you have understood what is the enemy of your focus, type enemy in the chat box and let me know what's that enemy for you. Now that you've identified your enemy, it's very essential that you keep that enemy away from you. That's the only way to train your brain initially. Like for me, the day I feel my table is cluttered, the first thing that I do in the morning is clean the table. The second thing that distracts me the most is the notifications on my phone. So when I was training myself to be more focused and more diving deeper into being more productive, I started keeping my phone switched off or airplane mode for a couple of hours, and only after a couple of hours I would open my phone to see if there is any notification on my WhatsApp or on my on my Instagram or anywhere like where people are trying to reach me. But I would keep my phone off for 2 hours. And only after 2 hours I would look at it. So can you do something like that, or keeping your phone away? Not in the room, but some other room, so that you are not distracted. Now see, the enemy has to be away from you. That's most critical. So you have to design a way to keep this enemy away from you, creating a distraction-free zone if you want to increase your productivity. Now you see, if you're addicted to any of such things like social media or phone, etc., in the initial period, like 2-3 days, you will feel very, very, restless, or you would want to reach out to the phone, etc. But remember, it's only first 3 days. After 3 days, you will get used to that new habit that you're developing. So which is that you're going to do? What are you going to test it out here? Are you going to clean your, create a clutter-free table? Are you going to create a clutter-free environment? Are you going to work on your phone and keep it away? Or are you wanting to work on your thoughts which are cluttered? So the best way to clear your thoughts, the clutter that you have, is put them into the book. Like when I want to start my day, I first take a dump journal. I call it a dump journal, where I put all my thoughts that are coming to me. And if you set your tone of the day right in the beginning of the day, right, most of your day will be good. So what are your thoughts that are creating the distraction for you? Is it about your relationship? Is it about, your health not being okay? Is it about financial worries and EMIs? Is it about, your boss and you not getting along well? Is it about your customers not paying you on time? What are your major cluttered thoughts that are constantly bothering you? I would choose that and I would start putting it on the dump journal first thing in the morning to clear my mind, because the moment I put it on the journal, what happens is my mind gets the signal that I'm aware of these threats, these problems in my life. The moment you tell your brain that you're aware of it by putting it on the journal, that part of your brain, like that amygdala, which is all the time jumping around and telling you what are the threats and problems you have in your life, that becomes quieter because it's done its job. So remember, don't keep your thoughts here, put them on the paper. That will really, really help you to create a distraction-free zone for yourself. The next step that I use personally for myself is, a lot of us have a to-do list, but we don't create a to-be list. Now, what's the difference between a to-do list and a to-be list? A to-be list would look like, I want to look confident. I want to be confident. I want to be focused. I want to be wealthy. I want to be, what are your want to be's? Like, I want to be more healthy. I want to be loving. I want to be kind. I want to be compassionate. I want to be trustworthy. I want to be honest. I want to be loyal. These are the to-be lists, right? And to-do list would look like, I want to achieve this. I want to complete writing my book. I want to finish workout in the morning. I want to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. These are your to-do list. So when you create a to-be list, it helps you to prioritize your to-do list. Why do you want to accomplish a certain task? How will it help you to become a better, bigger, brighter person in the world? How will you be able to add more value to the world by becoming that person? Once you get that clarity, my suggestion is, whenever you start your day, you should have your Eisenhower metrics, like, that whole 4 quadrants that talks about what is urgent and important, what is not urgent but important, what is urgent but not important, and what is not urgent and not important. You see, what is not urgent and not important, when you put those to-do list into that category, you just can eliminate those tasks because those are not important, neither urgent. If something is there which is urgent but not important, you can delegate it. You can give it to someone to finish those tasks. What is not urgent but important, you can plan these tasks in future. What is urgent and what is important, you can do them immediately. So you can categorize your to-do list in these 4 different quadrants. It's pretty effective. I've been using it for a very long time. And that has given me a lot of success. And I have accomplished a lot of things. It has also helped me to stay focused on my course, thinking of my bigger vision. Like, when I look at my bigger version of myself, or bigger goals that I want to achieve, or bigger vision that I have for myself, it really helps me to focus on what is important but not urgent. At the same time, what is urgent and what is important. Now, this will really, really help you to chart your time or plan your time in a way that you're able to get to those tasks that are really going to matter to your growth. The 4th thing that really helped me to stay focused, and I've shared this with a lot of my students and they have been raving about this technique, and it is not my technique, but it is freely available on Google, which is called as a Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro means tomato, and this person created this technique because he had a Pomodoro size or shape of a clock. On that basis of that, he created it. It's a very simple technique, but very effective. So what you have to do is, first 25 minutes, you chart your to-do list and you focus on that task in that 25 minutes. Every 25 minutes, you take a 5 minutes break. This is how you go for 4 cycles. 25 minutes, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes, 5 minutes break. 25 minutes, 5 minutes break. The fourth 25 minutes that you do, after that you can take a 20 to 30 minutes break. Now remember, you may be at the breakthrough point at the 25th minute, or you may be at the last point, like, no, if I give 5 more minutes, this will be done. You're not supposed to do that. This technique will only work when you break the cycle after 25 minutes. Why this technique is very effective? Because your brain now knows that it's going to be only focused for 25 minutes. Rest of it, then it knows that they are going to get a reward of 5 minutes break. Now, in the first 5 minutes that you're getting the break, you're not supposed to go on social media. So make sure that you do some activity which is relaxing for you, maybe having a green tea or just water, listening to some nice music, or maybe taking a walk for 5 minutes. Come back after 5 minutes and start the work again. Then last 25-minute cycle that you do, and you get a 20 to 30 minutes break, that is the time that you can go on social media or check your emails or go on WhatsApp, respond to the messages or whatever you want to do. And then get back to the Pomodoro technique one more time. Remember, when you do these 4 cycles of Pomodoro, you will accomplish so much more than the rest of the world is accomplishing in a day. It's a very, very effective technique. Test it out and let me know in the chat box. If you're going to use Pomodoro technique, type Pomodoro in the chat box and let me know. The 5th thing that really helped me to overcome my distractions is digital detox. Time and again, I have learned to be off screens, be more connection with the nature. So I take breaks on intervals. I have a digital detox time scheduled every day. Before I go to sleep, like 2-3 hours before that, I go off screen. I go off Wi-Fi, and I'm connecting with family. I'm reading a book, or I'm going and playing with my dog. I'm doing things which are helping me to release all the strain, all the stress that I've gone through the day. So digital detox is an extremely powerful and effective technique which you can use every day, every week. Like every week, it could be like a 3-4 hour of a period where you're totally off screen. You're not going on social media. Test it out. It's very effective. It helps you to curb your dopamine triggers. Because what is happening is our brain requires dopamine. But if you do not earn the dopamine, if you do not make sure that you do such activities that where you're helping your brain to get detoxed by that excess dopamine that is there, it is going to put you in a cycle of addiction. And then you'll start looking at how many likes you've got, how much reach you have got, who has messaged you, who has not messaged you, who messaged whom but who did not message you. How the mind can go in various directions, right? Causing you anxiety, fear, self-doubt, etc., etc. So putting yourself into the discipline of digital detox is extremely, extremely crucial at this point. So plan your digital detox. It will really, really help you to start focusing better on your tasks that you have already prioritized. The 6th practice that helped me is of practicing mindfulness. See, I since childhood have been a very, very big overthinker. And because of my overthinking habit, I used to be procrastinating a lot. So one of the things that my father cultivated, the habit of meditation or focusing on breath. And this habit really helped me to curb down my overthinking. So what you can start doing is start small, maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes of breath work where you're focusing on the breath. And initially that, it'll have a lot of distraction. But still, it'll really start helping you to start grounding yourself, focus on your breath. What you can do is I'm going to give you a technique that will help you quickly to get into the Zen mode. So type Zen mode in the chat box, then only I'm going to give you this technique. Type Zen mode, okay? Awesome. Now that you've typed Zen mode, let me show you the technique. So you take your hand like this and you connect your thumb to the index finger. And you see that there is this groove that comes here. You touch that, then you can open your thumb. And this is the part which you press. Okay, this is the part which you press and pulse it for 5 times like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you know how the technique is, right? Now what you do is you close your eyes and you focus on your breath and you pulse it. You do this 5 times. Every time you feel that you are not focused, you're getting distracted, you have a cluttered mind, just do this small Zen technique and it'll bring your focus back. If you've done this right, you right now are feeling extremely calm in your mind. If you're feeling calm, type calm in the chat box and let me know. It's a very effective technique, very great technique to bring the mindfulness back in your space. In case if you can start meditating after this technique, you can start with 5 minutes. Again, you can use any meditation technique that works for you. It can be a simple meditation of chanting a mantra, or maybe it will be a simple meditation of focusing on your breath. As long as you're able to keep the thoughts away and keeping your mind blank, that's great. For some of you overthinkers there, or some of you patients of anxiety or fears or excessive self-doubt, my suggestion is, rather than doing a silent meditation, do a meditation which is more active meditation. Now, what are some of the ways that you can do active meditation, and what is this active meditation? Active meditation is, anything where your body is involved. It could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be doing some jumping jacks, it could be swimming, anything that has your body involved. You have excessive energy in your body, and when you start doing these practices, it helps you to release that excess energy and it brings your focus back. So test this out, practice mindfulness in the way that you can do it. The 7th and the most important practice that helped me in developing my focus is eliminating multitasking. When I was growing up, multitasking had such a hype, and everybody used to say that if you are a multitasker, you're going to get such great success. But over the period of time that I realized that multitasking is a short way of not doing anything right. Your brain cannot multitask. That's the truth. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. So no multitasking. Eliminate all the multitasking that you're doing and focus on one thing at a time. You will do those things in much better way. And then move to the next one. Multitasking is a myth. So eliminate what is not required. Start saying no to things that are not important to you, and you can see immense focus increasing in your life. Like every single day, I have only 5 big things, big and small actually, on my calendar. The first half of my day, I'm extremely productive. I'm naturally an early riser. So what I do is, because I'm naturally an early riser, I do 2 most important things in the first half of the day. And post-lunch, I keep 3 medium important or less important things that I can accomplish, because post-lunch, I know my productivity and my energy levels go down. Only 5 things. And the lesser you keep on your calendar, the better you will be able to produce great results in your life. So what are your 5 most important things that you want to accomplish right now? Let me share with mine. My health is most important for me. So the first thing that I do is I take care of my mental and physical health. And the second most important thing at this point of time for me is creating great content for you, to help you to make sure that I add constant value to my existing students, and I make sure that I create marketing, I create sales videos so that I can reach out to more and more people. So I'm constantly creating content, and content creation is not an easy task. So that's my very, very important part of my to-do list. So the first half of my day, I will accomplish both of these things, taking care of my health, and second is creating the content. Now, creating content comes at various stages. That means a lot of research, a lot of watching content, which is, going to help me to learn and grow in my life. So all of those are taken care in the first half of the day. Post-lunch, the 3 other things that are there on my plan is what I need to execute right now. what I need to delegate right now. So talking to my team, sharing with them what are the next day's work or what are the next week's work and what's happening in the next 3 months. Connecting with my team members is my second half of the day. If morning, connecting with your team members is very important in the morning, do that first. What is important for you? See, my entire team works from home. So I don't need to meet them every day, but I just need to touch base on every team member every single day to know how they are doing their work. Because I have a team which is extremely productive themselves, because we all follow the Eisenhower metrics. We all know what needs to be, what is our capacity, what is our capability, and what we do the best. So connecting with the team is extremely crucial, and that I do post-lunch. The second thing that I would focus on post-lunch doing is focusing on my personal relationships. Like, what do I need to do today with my family? How do I focus? What do they need from me? So focusing on that is also my next big task on my post-lunch thing, because I know that it's more relaxing. It's more like a, connecting with people. So I know that I'm good at it and I can do it at my, time when I don't need high energy or I don't need an extreme focus. What are some of those things? The third thing that I do on everyday basis is again focusing on my mental health. All of you know that I do a lot of mental health work for other people, right? So I'm taking a lot of energies. I'm connecting with a lot of people and their problems and their challenges. So for me, taking my mental health game to the really 10x level is very important every single day. I put it in my task. It's not a luxury for me. It is not a leisure thing for me. It is an important task for me to take care of myself. So once again, I wind up my day with taking care of my mental health. What are your important tasks? See, if you can see this, I've pretty much decluttered my life. I have very few people in my life whom I'm socially connected with. I make sure that I connect with them at least 2-3 times a week. So all of these things that I have minimized distractions in my life so that I can focus on the most important things and what is my big picture in my life. Test it, try doing it and see what you would like to eliminate today. Let me know in the chat box, what are you going to eliminate today? Okay? The next thing on my focus list is hydration and nutrition. Even though a lot of people do not understand the importance of hydration and nutrition to stay focused, because we are not trained like that since school and college, and we don't think that your success or your focus is related to your body or your brain. Hydration and nutrition, it's extremely crucial for you to take care of your body. Hydration and nutrition. There are some foods and some drinks that you might have in your day-to-day life that may cause you a lot of ups and downs in your chemicals and hormones in your body, and that might just be the reason for your brain fog and distraction. A lot of times I've seen people not having enough vitamin-rich diet, or maybe even enough magnesium in their diet, or enough B12 and D3 in their diet. That's causing them the brain fog and distraction in turn. Your brain is very, very critically understanding that what is going inside. 20% of your entire energy of the day is taken by your brain. And that too, when your brain is sleeping position, it's unconscious. Imagine when you're active, how much energy your brain is consuming. Your diet is a very integral part of being focused. Stop eating fried items regularly. Stop having chocolates and coffee, a lot of that. Focus more on 9 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. Eliminate your sugar quantity. You should not be taking more than 6 teaspoons of sugar every single day. So see where your sugar is going. Is it aerated drinks? Is it some cakes, chocolates, pastries? What are you having in your diet? A lot of times you need to check the labels and the ingredients before you consume those things. Don't eat packaged food a lot. Every single day planning your meals and nutritious diet is very important. What is your brain foods? I've already done a video on brain foods. You can check that video so that you can start adding those foods into your diet to start hacking your brain for more productivity. The last and not the least one is celebrating your wins. Remember, you're winning every single day. You don't celebrate after 1 month or 3 months of accomplishing a big goal. To keep you focused, there is definitely a system that needs to be developed in your brain, which is called as a reward system. Every single day, when you are able to keep that distraction away, reward your brain by giving something that is more productive. Like, keeping your phone, if you kept your phone away for a couple of hours, plan your reward. What you're going to tell your brain. It could be as simple as, giving a pat on your back or just doing a yippee, I did it. Anything that makes your brain realize that you have won. And that winning is very important component for the dopamine release. You train your brain to release the dopamine in the right possible way, you'll start seeing more and more focused and more happiness flowing in your life. Remember, focus is not eliminating the distractions. Focus is managing the distraction and being more attentive on the things that you want to accomplish in your life. So all the best, my lifelong learners, and let me know in the chat box which is the top one that you're going to pick up from my practices that I use to stay focused. Let me know, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and share it with at least 10 more people. Let's build a community of focused learners here in this channel. See you soon.